welcome to NCTC's Home Improvement and Design segment. I'm your host, Chrissy Jenkins. Today we are in my kitchen, so welcome to my kitchen. And I'm so excited to be back with you guys for our second segment with NCTC TV. Now today we're going to be discussing how to make Christmas arrangements. Fun, cost-efficient gifts to give teachers, your friends, co-workers, or just whoever, or even make one for yourself, because we're going to use all fresh items that you can find in your very own yard. Some of the things we need to make this Christmas gift is burlap. The burlap is very cost efficient, and a lot of times we just have normal burlap just hanging around the house somewhere. So never throw that stuff away because you can always reuse it, and we love anything that we can reuse. Also, some fresh magnolia is always fun. And check out these beautiful red berries. These are amazing, and that rich red color, I just love those. They almost look good enough to eat, don't they? But we can't eat those. And then we have this fresh pine that I found in my backyard. And then of course, we have the cotton, which I grow on my farm, that we love to incorporate in fun, creative things that we make. And then some fun ribbon of any sort. We need some scissors. And we need some lights. You don't have to use lights, but I always suggest using the lights. And most importantly, we need a vase to put our arrangement in. And I bought this vase here for about $4. So we can't beat that, can we? Now let's get started. We're going to start with our gray burlap. And I love the gray. I love the brown as well, but I seen this gray and I was like, hey, let's go with the gray because it's fun and different. And anything different or mixing patterns, like I say, it's always a fun thing to do. So we're going to just set it in the middle, set the vase here in the middle, and we're just going to wrap it around. And you can wrap this around, and here is where if you had one of the kiddos or someone to kindly help hold it would be nice, but if you don't, that's okay. You can still just do it on your own. And we can just fold it over sort of like this. And let me show you guys something fun that I like to do, because I love to do double duty. I love anything that I can make, use out of anything really. And check this bohemian headband out. You can wear it here, and we're going to use it as a tie around the vase, or you can use it as a curtain tie back. So let's get started once again. Back over here. We're going to take this and we're going to wrap it around the burlap. And this is probably the hardest part, is tying the burlap around the vase, because I only have 2 hands. But we will get it there. All right, so now we have the burlap around this vase to dress it up a bit. So let's get started. We're going to start with our pine, and when you're cutting pine, always try to cut like a really long branch, because a long branch, when you set it in there, to sort of fall over. And in any arrangement, it's fun to make, and anything goes really. There's no protocol with this or anything like that. So we're going to put our fresh pine. Okay, now let's take our magnolia, and don't be afraid to shove it down in there. Don't be afraid that you're going to break it or tear it up, because you're not. And if you do, it's okay. So no need in fussing over that. Then we're going to put a few of these in here. When doing anything, let me go ahead and add that. When you're staging, you're decorating, or you're making an arrangement, you usually try to do things in 1s, 3s, and 5s, the odd numbers. So we're going to put that in there. I'm going to fluff it up, and then the second to the last thing we do is we arrange our berries, because they're just a little bit more delicate. And I just arrange the berries along the bottom, and then I'll put a few in here. Let's see, take this long pretty one where it droops over. We can do this right here, that in there. And then just for more color, you can do, if you wanted to, y'all, you could put in, I don't know, 6 or 7 berries, but I'm gonna go with about, I think I did 5, because once again, I like to keep it with those odd numbers. So here we have this, and now we're gonna go with our Chrissy Jenkins cotton. And if you have ever bought any of my cotton and it starts to sort of fall out of the bowl, you can pull that out and you can use that elsewhere. There's so many fun things you can do with the cotton. And so I'm gonna take the cotton and I'm just gonna position it in the arrangement, just here and there. I'm gonna pull some more cotton out of the bowls. And you guys check out how beautiful those bowls are when you pull the cotton out. It's like this 14 karat gold color or something. I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. So many possibilities you can do with decorating with anything really. But my favorite is cotton, of course. So I'm just gonna put some of this cotton in here. Then I'm going to take a cotton stem and I'm gonna trim it up just a bit, just to add some height to this nice arrangement. We're gonna put 3 in here, once again, the 1s, 3s, and 5s. I'm gonna have a nice, fun arrangement. So there's 2. And let's go with 1 more. Let's go with one that doesn't have as much cotton on it to give more of a rustic feel. Like I say, I love vintage when vintage meets chic. That's my favorite. All right, guys, so here, whoop. Make sure they're in there nice and good. So we have this beautiful arrangement done. And another thing we can do is we can take our ribbon and we can cut, just, I don't know, just use your best judgment. Cut some of our ribbon, lay that down, and then we can come around. Now, if you're going to use the little trucks like I've used, try to make sure that they're upright, because you know a truck doesn't drive upside down. So, and believe you me, I've had to reposition this, and then we're just going to kind of go around it. Just to, you know, just once again, just to dress it up, just to make it fun for who you're giving your gift to. And tie it on there as tight as you can, and you don't have to fuss with a bow. Just, you know, you can just make a bow, but you don't have to fuss with a nice, neat bow. You don't, and you can just fluff that bow up just like that right there. All right, here you go. And voila, now we have this beautiful arrangement that we've got about $6 in, and I think any school teacher, family member, or friend would be so thrilled to receive such a fresh, nice arrangement. And it only took, what, 5 minutes? And it literally probably took me another 5 minutes just to clip, just to go out into the yard and just clip off some of these fresh flowers to use in this arrangement. And one final thing that you might want to try with any type of arrangement, not just Christmas, is you can also buy these LED battery-powered lights. And you can just position these lights into any arrangement, and it just spices the arrangements up and just makes them just so much more fun. And it doesn't have to be just because they're Christmas either. You can just, and then you can hide the lights down in the greenery, and there you go. How fun is that? Now, since we finished our beautiful flower arrangement, I have another idea for a great gift. And there's just a little trick of the trade with this. You know, ladies, if you're like me, you love buying pillows. And so when I buy a pillow, I usually try to stick with a pillow that's like this one. It's pink on the front, and then it's white on the back. And you can use any color. Like if you buy a pillow, go with black or go with red, or white's always pretty well a traditional color to use. But it has a white back on it, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our leftover ribbon that we used for our fun arrangement. And what you do is you take your ribbon and you position it along the back so that you can tie it. And then I cut this just a little bit longer so that I can do a nice tight knot Then I'm just going to tie it in just a little bow, and I'm going to position it to the center of the pillow. Okay, so we have this, and you know, like I say, you can always mix patterns, and I've already made up a bow here for us to use, the buffalo plaid. Who doesn't like the buffalo plaid? So we're going to take this buffalo plaid bow, and if you're thinking, well, how are you going to get it to stay on there? Well, the trick of the trade is, first of all, make sure you tie this band of ribbon like so that it doesn't come undone. And then you take your glue gun. If you don't have a glue gun, I highly suggest buying one because you can always use a glue gun just for anything. Like this morning, I had to glue my earring back on, so they're always fun to have. And then you can just glue your fun bow on here. And if you're like, I don't know how to make a bow, you can always use the pre-made bows that they have at Walmart and the dollar store or just anywhere. And now we have this beautiful pillow that it was transformed from summertime to Christmas time. And look how beautiful this is. This was just such an easy, cost-efficient way to just make another gift for your loved ones, or like I said, for a school teacher or for a friend. It was so easy and simple. Another quick tip that I did just to make your house just look festive and fun and great for the Christmas holidays is I took 5 bundles of cotton and I spaced them out underneath my Christmas tree. And what I did first is I took just a white towel that I had in the bathroom and I draped it around the Christmas tree at the bottom. And I took the 5 bundles and I spaced them out evenly around the tree. Now, how fun is that? I hope everyone enjoyed all of our fun ideas that we shared today, and I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time.